Hey everybody, Philip McCauley here coming to you with another video about sales. This is the most common thing that I think I see salespeople doing all of the time. When I learned not to do this was a huge stepping stone in my career in building really an expertise in sales. And at first I was hesitant. I was like, that's stupid, you're wrong. This is very fundamental sales technique, and it's to ask a lot of questions, right? So when I first was introduced to this idea of don't ask questions, I really thought that, how can you understand a person's challenges without asking questions? So this video is going to pretty much go into that. And to hop right into it, how can you go into a cold call or a closing call without asking a lot of questions? And you want to have just a few pointed questions in a closing call, and maybe just one or two in an appointment setting call, questions that you already, that will just lead you to the right answer. You're setting this up in the right way, you're directing the prospect in the right way, and you're kind of creating this maze for the prospect to go down, and you have designed that to lead to specific answers so you can use that to set up more time on their calendar for a follow-up call, whether that's a discovery call or a closing call. Really, the idea is that you want to ask a couple of them, say, okay, well, based on those answers, we can set a follow-up call. But instead, we just keep going and we keep going and we keep going. And what I've seen is that some reps will just ask a lot of questions and ask for a meeting, or not really have any rhyme or reason to why they're asking for more time. So if you're going to ask a question, make it meaningful and really position that question in a way that gets you the right answer that you're looking for. But the whole idea is that if we don't ask a lot of questions off the initial call or the closing call, it's because we already understand what their issues are. We have already worked with businesses in their industry that are facing the same challenges, and we already understand how to solve those challenges. And that's the idea that we're creating when we're not asking a lot of calls. We're coming in with statements, and we're asking them if they're facing the same issues. That's really important. Why is that important? Is because now, during the closing call, we're going to start how we finished. We started in the driver's seat, we're going to end in the driver's seat. We started off saying, you're facing these challenges, right? Because your competitor is facing these challenges, so you most likely are as well, correct? And they're going to say yes or no. And then we can use that answer and maybe pivot the conversation if we need to. But if we start out from the first touch in an email or a call saying, I've already solved these types of challenges with your competitor, this is what I think I could solve with you as well. Here's the solutions I believe I could create with you as well, or the results that you could see from our product or service. Then it's a different type of conversation. Instead of are you doing this? Well, are you doing this? Are you doing that? At the end in that closing call, then you might be in that position where they're educating you on their business. And that doesn't need to be bad if it's a little bit, but if it's a lot, then they're going to see you as a salesperson, and they're going to think, how well does this person really understand my challenges? How well are they really going to advise me? Then they're going to push back on the features and benefits of your product maybe, or the real results of your product, and that's something you definitely don't want. So if we start out in a consultative manner, we're going to come in concise, and we're going to finish it in a way where they think, oh, this person, I'm going to trust this person, I'm going to trust what this person's telling me. Because they didn't need to ask 20 questions about what I'm facing. They already know what I'm facing. They already know how to solve my challenges. That's exactly what I need right now. I need someone to advise me, to coach me and consult me on what to do. I need someone to help me with the challenges because they've already helped my competitor with those same exact challenges, or maybe just someone else in my industry. I know I can trust this person. So when they try to sell me something, they're not trying to sell me something. I feel like they're teaching me something, because they are already coming in with some knowledge, clearly. So it's really important to not come in with a lot of questions, or maybe just come in with questions that are very pointed, can lead you to the right answer that you're looking for, and that you use that answer to set the next call or to drive the value home when you're closing that deal. We really want to say, well, the reason I'm asking is because. if they don't understand, well, the reason I'm asking is because I'm really trying to understand this. Do you think you're facing this type of challenge? Because I know we can solve that. It really is fundamentally about controlling the conversation in a way where they still feel comfortable sharing their challenges. It's still a two-way conversation. Does that make sense? Or, are we still on the same page with that? Those are great check-back questions. We don't want to just talk at them the entire time. And it does need to be a conversation. But it also you need to structure this conversation in a way where they're not viewing you as a salesperson. They're viewing you as somebody that's going to teach them about the problems that they're facing, the problems they could be potentially facing, or really the results they could be achieving that they're not already achieving because they don't have your type of product or service. So that's really what fundamentally this whole thing is about. So again, my name is Philip McCauley. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you got some value from this. Open to suggestions in the comments, and I hope to hear from you guys soon.